This is Speak Up. I'm glad to be talking to you guys tonight. Maine's where it all started for me. Like we were joking before, 93, 94, played in the Maine High School State Championship against Biddeford. And back when this is when Waterville was Class A, which I guess it's a long time ago now. And the only two games we lost were to Biddeford in the state championship. They were great games, and some of my fondest memories comes from playing football in Fitzpatrick Stadium or at Kai's Field in Fairfield or Lawrence, and then at Drummond Field in Waterville. Just to give you a little bit about myself, I coached at Maine with Coach Bobby Wilder for a few years. We had a chance to start a program down at Old Dominion, down at Norfolk, Virginia. We went down there with no aspirations. We really got it rolling, did pretty good. We were there for 13 years. Fell on some tough times the past couple of years. The kind of got off tracks a little bit, and the momentum, we just couldn't get it back reeled in. And, you guys know what happens then. You know, you get asked to leave. And blessed to be at Towson. I really like Coach Ambrose here as the head coach. He's a great guy to work for. He runs a real good program. And I'm having a blast here living in Baltimore. I'll talk about duo. And to give you a little my background, for some of you guys know me, I was an air raid guy. And I kind of tripped into it. I didn't want to be it. We just had a hell of a quarterback that was good at doing it. And we got really good at it. And people asked, why did you change? Well, I couldn't stand watching the film in the off season because we were up tempo, we were four wides, no tight ends, and it was just so. And we were good, we were unbelievable, but it was so soft to me, guys. It was just, you know, the line of scrimmage play was so soft to me, and so we started trying to evolve back with tight ends. And I'm an inside zone guy by trade, but I learned the duo play. And duo to me has changed my whole world. And 2 years ago at Old Dominion, we were ninth in the country in explosive plays. That was in the whole country, and it all came off the duo play and the RPOs. And I've really fallen in love with the play. And I'll talk about duo as I do this and say I fell in love with the play. I fell in love with the play so much that I ran it almost exclusively. And what I found was, and those assholes like Backus, you know, they watch tape too, and they get those linebackers going right where your back's going, and there was just no place to put the ball. So as I present duo, you still need inside zone. You still need your wide zone. You need the front door hit, or they'll bring those backers to the ball every single time. And your running back coach is going to look at you and say, where do you want me to put the ball? And I don't have a great answer when they do that. So I love the play. It's a lead play for me, but I do think you need complements to it. And like I said, guys, ask questions. Feel free to speak up. And if you can't say anything, speak up. But duo to me is all it is to me is power without a puller and as many double teams as possible, guys. That's what we're looking for at the line of scrimmage. And when I present it to my guys, this is an attitude play, guys, okay? This is 2-foot splits. Center will ID the backside linebacker. That's where the first double team goes. And then the front side combo will go to the play side linebacker. But this is an attitude play. We're coming off the ball, looking to hit people. Aiming point, all right? And this is, to me, this is as important as anything else is where the ball, where the running back is running at. Because if he's not running at his aiming point and he doesn't get there, your O-line's going to be – it's going to look like they're not blocking them, but those defenders are going to come off the ball, off their blocks and rock back with this thing so fast, your O-line's going to go, what the hell? I'm supposed to be here. So – the key, and I do this every day, I'll grab the running back. Hey, come here. We're going to just walk through, get to your read. It's the inside leg of the play side guard. When we call duo left to me is like power left, okay? So it's the left guard, the inside leg of the left guard where we're trying to get to. And you'll see, guys, we'll run duo with our back, same side, offside, pistol, under. We'll run it from any different way that we can. If we're in our RPO game, a lot of times we'll align them to where we're getting away from where we're getting the eyes of the quarterback, okay? And I'll go through that. And the biggest difference to me, like, people are like, oh, duo's just like inside zone. That's bullshit to me, okay? That's bullshit to me. So zone to me is stacks. That's how I teach zones. I don't teach areas or this and that. I teach stacks. And we're tracking stacks and we're chasing stacks. Duo is gaps. We are not chasing stacks. We're blocking a gap. We're staying thick through our gap. If that linebacker runs and flows out of there and they're inserting a safety, we are not chasing that linebacker. We're staying on our track, looking for that insert safety or however they're getting there with that extra player. And if anybody says inside zone is the same as inside zone, that's bullshit, and I don't agree with it. Now, I say I stay in the gaps. I'm doing a big study right now on the Baltimore Ravens, and they major in the duo play. They'll chase stacks. And me personally, I'm not a fan of it. They're damn good at it. I think they're damn good at it because when Lamar Jackson pulls that ball on the read part of it, he outruns everybody and everything looks pretty. So I am a gap guy, and you'll see that as we go. And the reason I stress it to you, especially if you high school guys, this is as easy as it gets. And BL, it's not a lot different. When Coach Hines was putting in an offense when we first got to, we were running a single wing when we first got to Coney, it was on or inside. And it's not a lot different. You got the gap opposite the call. That's it. If there's no one in your gap, slow your shit down because there may be somebody coming from the backside. If there's someone in your gap, you got them, key the knee. If that knee goes away, throw the brakes on, okay? It's as simple as it gets. It's a simple play to teach. Zone, to me, can get a little tricky at times, especially with the verbiage. You know, when you coach the zone for so long, I feel like my encyclopedia is so big now that, like, taking a new job, I just threw out all my calls. I threw them all out. And they had a good group here at Towson. I said, look, we're running your calls. To me, it's all the same shit, easier for me to learn it. All right, but it can get wordy. It can get a little complicated. The duo is as easy as it gets, on or inside. Front side rules, we're just doubling the first down lineman on the outside eye of the play side guard to the Mike linebacker, or any inside gap run through. Double teams must stay square. Now, we talk about double teams. Are you a lateral double team guy? Are you a vertical double team guy? I think you can be both. And if I have a guy in a two shade, I'm a lateral double team guy. All right, I'm trying to snap that guy in place, try and play him lateral down the line. If I have a guy in a shade where we can get good contact with two people on him, then I am a vertical team double. I am trying to knock the shit out of him and blow his ass vertical. So what are you, a lateral double? I'm both. And I think 2 techniques or 4 techniques, I'm a lateral guy. Very difficult to get two bodies on that thing. You really got to try and define it and make it a gap. If it's in the gap already, if it's a 3, I'm trying to push that thing vertical. I'm a vertical double team guy. Stay friggin' square on this friggin' play. You turn your ass, you put your ass in the hole, you're giving your back a one-way cut. These are all my calls, guys. I don't even use these anymore. Like I said, I've done everything here what they've done in the past. And I did that because they got 5 senior linemen here. And I was like, there's no way I'm changing all this shit on them in their senior year. It's all the same shit, all right? A tight end tackle combo is a tight end tackle combo. However they call it, that's how we run it. I'm not going to get into what we call it. If you guys want that, I have it. And we're going to start with the tight end here, guys. So this for us, this would be do all right. Back could be here, back could be here, back could be here. Just depending what we had tagged on it, whether it was an RPO read, a hot read, however we did it. I don't worry so much, guys, about the point, okay? I don't worry about a mic point because we are in a gap, okay? The point doesn't matter to me, meaning they could all kick on a snap. It doesn't matter. These two got those two. These two got those two vertical, okay? Now, here's the block we're going to watch right here. And that's the hardest block, and I would think at the high school level, trying to find a tight end, that's actually, shit, I say at the high school level, this is Division I football right here, and we got to put a fucking O lineman in there because we can't get a tight end to block that point, okay? But that's the hardest position to me. There's those guys on defense, when we're recruiting a tight end, if he's 6'4", 240, and can run, is tough, guess where he's playing? He's playing on that side of the ball over there. So you kind of got to do what you got to do, okay? So we would start off here with our tight end. We would tell him, brace pop, double under, head inside, okay? We're going to get a deuce here. This is going to go vertical. Whatever we call this now a single, check it, an A. On the backside, it's going to go vertical. And the reason I say vertical, okay? Easy right here, guys, real easy. That guy's here, that guy's here, okay? They're staying static, no one's moving. Well, guys move. So if on the snap, he screws in, he goes. We're not tracking these guys, okay? If it was zone, we'd be tracking the shit. This right here, we're gapping. So if he goes, he inserts, that's going there. That's going to him. That becomes the backs guy. So we'll start right here with our head-up technique. Okay. I like to double under. I wish his head was right here, okay? I wish his head was right here. You can see, guys, double team, double team. This is a 4-2 box, 6 box. This place should freaking crease, okay? If we don't have an RPO on it, and we'll get to those in a second, the quarterback has that defender. If we get something off the edge, he's got to pull, okay? Great coaching point here, all right? Great coaching point here. Everybody watch where the back makes that cut. We luck out here, okay? We're lucky. That's gross, guys. That is gross. And you can see right here, and this is why. You see that D end, he doesn't make the play here. Watch him fall off that now, okay? That should never happen. That back should be walking. He can literally walk. We call it, and you'll see some clips later on, we call it Le'Veon Bellin it, skipping and hopping right to that inside leg. That is the back's read right here, guys. That is the back's read. He goes here, I go there. He goes here, I go there. This ball never should cross the midline. And you can see he makes that cut that early. Everybody's falling back to it. He's got to put that ball in there before he makes that cut. All right, we'll get to the goal line stuff here in a second. Hey, just so you guys know, that's Boca Raton, that's FAU. That is a freaking beautiful place to play now. Woo! Skip, you'd love the Friday night before that game. There you go. Here's your 7 technique, guys. Same thing. I want our head in front. You can see here, he doesn't get it in front. I want our head in front of that. Very easy. Even this look right here with the shade. I teach on this double team right here. I don't want him to knock him back into this read. I want him to feel and be a presence on this for that double team here. Here's your double team vertical here. Watch our tight end here. Same thing. That's an O-lineman. His hat should be right here on the inside number of this. He's losing this spot, okay? I actually think the back is doing an awesome job. Much better. Watch where the back makes this cut, guys. Okay? He makes his cut right on their heels. That's his read. Okay? So his initial, he's trying to put the ball here. Well, it's kind of color. Trying to put the ball here. No, there's color. And that thing has to come off there tight. He's got to challenge the support guy filling in. I actually really like our right guard here, guys. Brace pop, shoulder lift. Doing a great job. Second step through the crotch. Kid was a pretty good player getting lift on that down guy. That is a vertical double team, guys. Vertical double team. Okay? Now, if you get a shade, like right here, he's a shade, our center will alert that guard heavy, heavy. In case that thing goes, they're going to turn that into an ace. So his eyes, if he gets a heavy call, his eyes on that deuce will be right to that knee. Great rep here. Great rep. Perfect. And this is RPO, guys. Okay, this is RPO. He's reading the overhang defender here, the nickel, the field nickel. Okay. Now, we've been throwing that ball out there early in this game. And watch this nickel kind of bounce. That's all we want. Just that freeze right there. That's a 4-yard gain now. Same look coming through, okay? I would have turned this one. I would have turned this deuce into a lateral. I would have taken this and turned it. It's spiking to him. I wish you'd snap the hip, climb vertical, okay? That would have gone lateral based on the spike. Basically, he went from a 3 to a 2. If he goes to a 2, now I want to define him. I don't want to keep him a 2. Actually, really like the tight end here. Wish our tailback would press this more. Wish you'd press the inside leg of the guard. You can see that the tailback comes off that point. Now you got guys falling off. If he makes that cut too quick, you got defenders falling off. He's screwing the O-line. Coming from an O-line guy. All right, now we're going to talk about the tray. You don't really get it here. Okay. And this is the RPO portion of this, guys. And this play marries up awesome with RPO, okay? If you get 2 hard doubles, you get these guys sucked in, you put the ball in the belly, and you're in great shape. Now, same thing I said at the beginning of the talk. I ran duo too much. And not only were the linebackers rocking back, but I was throwing so much RPO off the duo, it softened this thing up. It softened them up. And I think the RPO is a great changeup. I don't think you need to run it all the time. And I ran it all the time. Shoot, we threw for 500 yards and beat Virginia Tech one day at Old Dominion. All we called the whole game was RPO, duo RPO, duo RPO. Threw for 500 yards against Bud Foster. What happens is, though, these guys start guessing, do I keep going? Do I keep, no, I'm going to slow down because it's going to be a pass. It softens them up, and I did that. That's on me. If I could have done it again, I would have killed it, meaning I would have taken the RPO tag off. We are lining up. We are going to kick the shit out of them, and we're going to run this play no matter what. Just some experiences that I've had in the past from running this play a lot. You can see here, when we had singles like this is a senior quarterback. If it's a younger kid, for you guys, I would recommend just keep him on one read where his eyes are going. It'd be the overhang player. He's truing in, throw your slant or glance or whatever you call it. Bang post. This is a senior. He knew, okay, best matchup. All right, it's boom, boom, best matchup. He was really good at this. This comes with experience to come back this other way. But you can see we got 8 guys in the box. We got 2 NFL wideouts outside, and that's money. That's stealing. So here you go. Here's our double teams. We would call this a tray, tight end tackle now. Going vertical, square and vertical. That's a vertical double team. If this was in a 4-eye, I would say lateral double team. Double under, tear it here, snap through the hip and climb. Vertical double team, eyes in the gap, looking here, okay? They're gonna go ahead, and this is another reason we ended up starting to set this on the backside, knowing the ball wasn't coming here, and we were throwing it so much, we would set this on the backside, so they're fanning here on the backside. I don't recommend that. I just think it softens it up. So here's your tray, tight end and tackle. I love our left tackle here, right there. I wish our tight end, put your head in front of that. Put your head in front of that, okay? Back, awesome, awesome. I wish he would define this on the way through. It goes to a 0, define it through the hip and then climb. I wish our tight end was square like this. They were putting it in that lap, and he would slow down and wait for that linebacker to make a decision. Okay, I'm going to talk about the 9 technique, all right? And for the tight end, there's different rules. And you'll see here, we have a triple option game going here, okay? And I'll talk through this. So we could either have a triple option game on out here, or we could have an RPO. If we had an RPO, meaning there was a chance we could throw this, he would base the 9. He would keep it out there. If it's a triple game or a hot read, we are reading the edge. He would gap down. Now we get a blitzer here, so it spikes to him. But if it was just this look right here, no RPO out here, he would high leg it into the gap and vertical. Okay, we would read the 9. RPO game out there, we're gonna block the 9. I don't want him getting hit. There you can see. So who's the quarterback reading here? Quarterback's reading D-gap defender. D-gap defender bends, it's a pull. Okay. Got a good play. Got a good play. You can see our 2 doubles inside. Tight end soft to sit right here. And I wish he'd attack it downhill. If that guy comes, stay in pitch phase. Get behind the cue, stay in pitch phase. Throw that ball late down the field. Right there, stay in pitch phase. That should be a pitch. Okay, here's your 9 technique here. Okay. Now, we should have gapped down on this. Same thing I'd say. If we got a 9 technique, we got a 9. It's an RPO. Block the 9. It's not. You're gapping vertical. Looking right through your inside gap. Here's your double here. Okay. You got a potential walk up. You don't know if he's coming or not. We would call, watch it, watch it. Now alert everybody, put your eyes in the front side gap. This thing may be coming. If he's walked up, push, push, push. Push, push, push. Everybody go. Everybody go. If it's coming to the play, to the duo, slow, slow, slow. Everybody slow down. They're coming to you. And I think we have some reps of that coming up. Here's your 9 shade again. I'm reluctant to put the ball should not end up. It does sometimes, and the ball should not cross the midline. And here it does, and it's great, and it better work. And there's different ways to handle this. But if we had a 9 shade, we had an RPO, he was going to base, he was going to insert. Okay? We've also had a blunt where he could track, and they could really double team this thing vertical to here. Double team here. Okay? And actually we get a what? We get a push call here. Push call, eyes right there. Bang. Eyes right to this gap. Everybody's got to go. Now, if we had a 9 with a push call, this would be wrong for us. If we said push, 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 okay, and there was a 9 shade, we'd be out of that base. On a push call where we got to go one more, he's got to go with this thing or we're going to be short. And you can see we are short. We get lucky. That's shitty. And here you go. No RPO. Sift the C gap tight end. Sift the C gap. There you go. No RPO. We're gapping down. We're gapping down vertical. And this is why it's great. You get junk defense. This is a great play. You go to your gap. You go to your gap. You go to your gap. You're going to get an ace here. They probably pushed this one, so we probably had to take this thing. They probably pushed it out to here. Quarterback's got the 9 technique right here. Great teaching point. So you get your cross plug inside here. Stay in the dang hip. Stay in the dang hip so you can keep your head in front of this, okay? So it doesn't get split. We're lucky this guy doesn't bend and make this play, okay? Stay in the dang hip so this thing can stay tight, okay? You don't stay in the hip, it splits. Now it's coming way back out here. Easy. That's in your gap. That's yours. You got to go. Now you go. Just stay in the hip. Okay, here's your Okie. Awesome. Okay, awesome. All right. Here's your lateral double right here, guys. You got a 4 shade through the hip. Through the hip, snap that in place to here. Double under on the diagonal. So I tell him to pick his inside foot up, second step down, and torque that thing into the B gap. Okay? Put that thing in place. Don't let it play in a 4. Okay? We're thinking ace here. Okay? We're thinking ace to back here. Key to this knee. Same thing. This is going to be a lateral double team. I tell the center here, you double under on the diagonal and you torque that thing to this gap. You snap his hip. Okay? And the key is the hip, guys. All right? The key is the hip. If you try and put this thing in place, striking his shoulder, it's not going to happen. You snap his hip. That's his center of gravity. That's where all his weight is. Snap the shit out of that thing into that gap. Snap it into that gap. Okay? Everybody's staying right on track. I wish you just keep coming. Right through that hip. Right there. okay? Here's a running back's read right here, front side linebacker. There it goes in that gap. We actually probably got a push call, so we're all going one more. He's got to keep coming, stay in that hit. That thing goes, that running back should take it right off their ass, right here. Here's the corner, here's the safety. That's where we're trying to get the ball. And here's your some different scenarios like I was showing before with your tight end wing that you can do, okay? All right, so you got to head up. We got two options here. We can try and snap it in place. What we ended up doing in this game right here, this is easy, right? Double team vertical, bang, double team vertical. We base this, and we inserted our wing almost like a lead block. And I've seen a lot of teams doing it, and I'm starting to study it now. Take him out of it. You put the ball on the ballot, call it QB follow duo. You let him insert, he puts it in, rides it, and then just runs right behind the tailback blocks it. You get an extra guy out of the dance. I think Wake Forest majored in it this past year with the Newman kids. It's at Georgia now, and it's good stuff. It's really good stuff. But you can see the insert by the wing. Great job by our wing. What's he do right here? Get back square. Get back square, okay? We build a wall here on the base block. Double team, double team. Not in love with the angle here by our running back. I think this is when we were first starting to run the play. So that's your insert with the wing. Yeah, here's your 9, here's your insert. Okay, we actually RPO this one. Okay, so we're going to base the 9 because that's an O lineman, that's a DN. That's a better matchup for us. We're going to insert. We used to tell him, insert into the hit, insert into the hit. All you're doing is trading positions here. Double team here, double team here. That's the quarterback's or the running back's guy. It's RPO, that's the quarterback's guy. If it's a kill, that's the running back's guy. He's got to make a miss. There's your insert. Soft as shit by the wing, inserting on there. Little foo-foo block. Here's your 2 doubles, doubles. All right. This is why I love to play. This is why I love to play. Well, I love to play because they got a dang 9 box here, and we're in a great protection to throw one-on-ones to 2 dudes. Give him the fucking ball, quarterback. God damn it. This should be a touchdown. Throwing in the fucking dirt. Great. Great. Deuce vertical. A vertical. Bang. Base here. Okay. I think we were blunting this, so he's going to block down. He's going to kick. Key in the knee. Knee goes away. Throw the brakes on. Watch this go from a deuce to a tray on the run. Deuce to a tray on the run. Right there. Everybody see it? Everybody see our left tackle? Bang. That thing spikes, throw the brakes on. Look at the dang hole he creates right here. Right there. Okay? That's why I love this play. If you rep it a lot, that's what it looks like. This is what I'm saying, guys. We're running too much RP. See how we're setting on this. I'm saying attitude play, and we got a pass set going on. Okay? That's sending the wrong message, guys. And that's bad fucking coaching right there by me. Okay? I should have realized I'm running this shit too much. Go ahead and call this a protection and run play action off it. Oh, beauty. Beauty, beauty, beauty. All right. Awesome. Awesome. There you go. Texas twos. All right. Texas twos. You got two techniques. Let's get them in place. Double under on the diagonal. Torque that thing in place. Key the knee. That goes away. Throw the brakes on. Tray it. Okay. Same thing here. Let's try and torque this thing back in place. You try and snap the hip, put it in place. You're climbing vertical here. Okay. Great job, left tackle. Watch, I wish we could have been a hair slower at running back, but watch him run to the inside. See how tight he keeps it off that wall? Beauty. Safety. That's the running backs guy. Boom, gone. Beauty. Attitude play. People running to the pile. See it? Attitude play. That's why I wish I would have killed this shit more. Attitude play. That's what it should look like right there. But you can see, guys, and you can start to see it here. They start to figure this out, and they all start rocking back. That's when you got to come back with inside zone and get that thing out the front door. They start rocking back to it. Get that bitch out the front door, all right? Don't do what I did and keep running the duo, banging your head off the fucking wall. Don't worry about it. This is the tackle here, guys, and this is, we're going to talk more of the same. You can see here's your RPO. All right, here's the Hokey Birds. Oh, this is beauty wrap now. Beauty wrap. So that kid right there from Virginia Tech, Edmonds, he was a first-round draft pick by the Bills. He looks like fucking Superman, guys. I get on the field, I'm like, holy shit. And they just blitz double edge back. It's the whole game. 4 down, double edge, and they let this motherfucker at Mike just run right over the top. It was unbelievable. I'm like, holy shit. I'm not even sure we crossed the 50 till late in the game. It's all right. We kicked their ass the next year. Awesome. Now I wish our guard would go to this a little more. He sees that go. See him throw the brakes on, looking to get this double right here. And here's our wall coming. Here's our wall. I think this is a great job here, defining it in place, staying hip to hip. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Inside leg, boom. Press it. Oh, shit. There it is. There it is. Attitude play. That's why, guys. That's why when people say lateral double teams or vertical double teams, I teach both. What do I prefer? I prefer that motherfucker down here by him. That's what I prefer. Okay, key the knee, goes away, throw the brakes on. What do we got now? Turn that 4 shade into a deuce, that becomes a 3. Take it vertical, stay in the hip. I wish he'd put his head in front right here. Put your head in front, okay? But who's the reed? That's the reed right there. Where is he? He's here, I'm here. All we're talking about here, guys, is tight and loose, okay? All right. You want to show the running back how to run duo. This is how you run duo, the patient. We call it Le'Veon Bellin. Le'Veon Bellin. Everybody see the patience. Bring those guys to you. There it is. There it is. Hip to hip. Take that thing vertical. Okay? It's a 3 technique. Take it vertical. Let's define this head. Vertical. Awesome job here. Where's his head? In front. Okay? In front. Watch the running back's angle. Running right at the inside leg of the guard. Watch how patient he stays. So what's his read? Bang. Bang. He's got a little color. He puts it in the next gap. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful rep of duo. Probably the best one we've seen. Okay, here you go. Okay, like I said, we don't want the ball over there, okay? We do not want it over there, all right? Here you go. You're going to get an ace. This would be a lateral ace, okay? We're fanning here. We're going to get a lateral ace here. He's going to double under, try and tear it to him, play through the hip. If it goes away, throw the brakes on, maybe turn to a deuce. Same thing here, lateral tread. Double under, try and snap it to you through the hip. Vertical, vertical, vertical. I don't like the running back here. His read should take him back this way, okay? This is lucky. Okay, I think he's just trying to stuff it here late, and the ball ends up over there. We wanted it here. Awesome. Bang. Now, guys, this video is from a year or two ago, a couple of years ago. We'll run this, we'll bring this ace back across and divide them. We'll put them here. We will run this play out of as many different looks as humanly possible because it is gap scheme to us. You start trading all this stuff on this play, it does not matter. These guys can move all they want. It's gap. See, I get a little, to this day, I get a little gapped. When we start trading tight ends and we're trying to run inside zone, I'm like, God. Now we got to rekey it. Now we got to point this player right here. Don't worry about that shit, okay? You want to put him over here and divide and bring a jet guy back across, all that shit. Beautiful stuff. Great play action off it, too. Awesome. This is what we're talking about here. Thinking. Ace, lateral ace. You define them. Put them in place. That goes away. Throw the brakes on. And you can keep seeing that, guys, with the uncover. Watch our guard here. Awesome, awesome press right here. That's his read, that linebacker, 45. That's his read. The guy's not really doing anything, so he just keeps pressing the ball. Gets lost in behind it, okay? If he makes that cut right there, I'm saying 45 is back there and makes that play. He presses it like that, 45 gets caught up in the wash. Great job by the O-line on gap scheme here, guys. And you can even see it to the front side. I think we got a walk up. That guy doesn't come. Watch him throw the brakes on and turn this into a double. Boom. There we go. Oh, damn it, Ray. Here's your jet stuff coming across, guys. Here's your jet stuff. Now, we're RPOing this. We never tell the quarterback he's wrong on a give. We never say you're wrong. You give it because you're spooked by something, so be it. And people are like, why didn't he throw it? Well, it's freaking RPO, man. It's gray. And if you start bitching at that quarterback, you know, hey, this, that kid's head's going to be spinning so much. I've seen other guys like, oh, I should be throwing. Shut the, do not talk to him. There'll be one guy, maybe two guys that talk to that guy. You're never wrong for giving the ball. You're never wrong. You get spooked. What I wish he would have said, here's your support players screwing in. I wish we'd throw that bang 8 back in behind it. Right there. All right, we got the bare minimum there, guys. That should have been a bigger hit. Okay, we're fanning this out to the front side. We're going to ace this here. That goes away. Throw the brakes onto the deuce. Okay, he's going to gap. Stay in the hip. Okay, stay in the hip. If that thing stays in place, snap the hip into the gap. Go vertical. Oh, beauty, 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 beauty. I think our right tackle gets punched here. His footwork sucks. He's standing straight up. We get a good ace here. Bang, bang. Okay. Here's your double. Okay. Here's your double. This is what I'm saying. So we bring this back across, divide. You can also slip this thing and let him spin for this and read this guy, however you want to do it. All right. There's a million different ways to do this shit. Okay. Here's your A here. Here's your deuce here. This is a vertical deuce. He's in place with a 3. I think this is awesome by the back. That's a tight bend. I actually think our divide guy's awesome here. That's just really a bad design by me, I guess. Great job by the running back. There you go, RPO. RPO. So this was a young quarterback. That's not our older guy that we had in there before, all right? So with this guy, whichever way we wanted to read, we had to put his eyes that way. So if we're in the pistol, we were going duo right, we had to put his eyes that way. If we wanted to throw this way, we'd tell him flop duo right. He'd bring it here. So he could only read one guy, all right? Here's his read guy right here. Here's his read guy. I think this is awesome here. And you watch the center. We're kind of talking about the center here. Watch the center. 2-eye goes away, feels that run through. See him throw the brakes on? This is basically turning into bare front almost, guys, with that Mike blitzing. Throw the brakes on, take that linebacker vertical. Here's your center guard double, okay? Here's your center guard. Okay, under front, now our doubles, there's your two doubles right here. Bang, bang. Fan that out, all right? I wish we'd snap this back in place here. Okay? You know who I love here? The running back. Where's his read? Right here. Anybody see the running back? No, because he's pressing the dang ball. Oh, here's your QB follow here by accident. Now, guys, I'm telling you, if you got your best athlete at quarterback, this QB follow on the duo is woof, money, money, money. All right, here's your ace right here. Ace, bang, fan, okay. They're gonna trade this thing here. Okay. Now we should be trading, he should be kicking. If he stays on this is the QB follow by accident, but if he stays on this, the quarterback's gonna score. I love our right tackle defining it. I wish you'd try and stay just a hair more square. But as you see, guys, if our wing stays solid here, he's going to go block the safety. That quarterback is going to run that ball right there. Okay, here's your bear front. And all honestly, if you got the RPO on versus bear, that's what should happen right there. Now, here's how I talk to these guys versus the bear front. You got that half here. You are the middleman. And it's not a lot different than I teach a 3-man zone as opposed to a 2-man zone in the inside zone game. But you have that half and you have that half, okay? So you got to drag your hand here as you gallop into here, okay, and see if we can define that. Does that make sense? So you got that half, okay? He's got that half. So it's really 3 for, a couple gaps here. And I talk about middlemen. This is really a 3-way here, guys. All right? I wouldn't have leaned back. This is a couple years ago. I wouldn't have leaned back as heavy now with the guard, the left guard. I would have played flatter, dragged my hand, and shuffled to the nose and try and put that thing back in place. But you can see here's our quarterback's read right there. Man coverage, he knows where he's going. Best player. Great read, great read. Now, that's a 2. I wish you trying to find that more. It plays back. That's okay. That's okay. If I was the tackle here, I probably would have stepped to that. And this is almost a 3-way for him right here. We actually call that a bingo. And I don't want to throw too much shit at you, but if we're going to 3-way that and make the tackle the middleman, we're going to bingo, bingo, bingo. And he's going to play both. Step to 1 and play his backside hand through the other gap. Watch our running back here. 35 is the read. Stays back, put it downhill. Don't jump, Ray. Skip the Bahamas Bowl. I highly recommend it. I don't think there was a whole lot of coaching going on by the ODU staff. Here's RPO, guys. All right. This is wrong by the quarterback. Everybody see this front side safety? That's wrong. But what's he do? Make it right. If you're wrong, make it right. You can see our two double teams up front, guys. Great protection. Great protection. RPO, if he got anything hot off the edge, he'd go to it, RPO. If it was no RPO, he'd just stay right on track. We'd read that guy. And you can see it's a great protection too. Just don't call it RPO every time. It'll soften the play up. I'm going to try and get to some movement stuff here. I think I got on here. Press. Here you go. Okay. All right. This is versus ECU. East Carolina. Want to get this on here, guys. Here's your push, or whatever you guys call it, out, or press, whatever it is. You get walk up, push. We're all going to that now. We all got to go. I'm telling you, so we started setting on this stuff because we threw, don't do that. Don't need to. Push, get your eyes in this front side gap. We've actually got a good run play going here. We're going to be one short. It's going to be the running back versus the linebacker. Now, because it's RPO, he turns back and blocks it. If it was not RPO, he would keep going for the linebacker, and we'd read this right here. There you go. Here's the play. Watch our left guard here stay thick through the gap. He's really in a three-way. Great press. There it goes. Same thing. Here's your press call. I want to get to some of these. There's push. We're going to walk up. Everybody go. We're in a good protection. All right. Zero cut. The ball's getting thrown, guys. This was our goal line offense for 2 years. We had 3 NFL kids. Unbelievable. They're all 6'3 plus. Unbelievable. Push based on the walk up. Everybody go. All right. Thank God we didn't give it. Our tight end sucks here. RPO, take the gift. Here's why, guys. Here's why you need inside zone. Now, this is duo, but he runs this like an inside zone path. This is what we started getting right here. Overload, him tied in. We were running so much duo. You need to get the ball here. Look, they're like, screw these guys. All right. Okay, like I said, it was duo. It should have ended up there, but you need the inside zone for that right there, or the wide zone that way. You can't just run duo. I've done it, and it sucks. Ooh. Here's just more RPO stuff, guys. Here's your read. And this is what I was talking about. We're running duo. We put our quarterback size over here to the two-man side. Okay? That's an easy read for our quarterback here. Yeah, this is inside zone. Okay. So here is the inside zone, guys. I got at the end of this, just to show you the difference of the path. You can see the back's path here. A little wider. That's against Virginia. All right. I'll stop there, guys. Been about an hour. Everybody,
yes,
I want to see everybody. Oh, Coop's here.
Yeah, you guys go ahead and throw on your cameras and your mics and get some questions in with Coach.
Coop, did you win the championship again this year?
We did, bro.
I'm going to come back just to get you off your damn pedestal. How many's that?
I was 7. How about you come back and coach up duo for us?
Oh, man, I fucked that thing up. I ran it too much, Coop. Too much RPO. Too much RPO. Needed to kill it. You caught your dad yet? You passed your dad in state titles?
Yeah, that was a few years ago.
Oh, shit. Guys, you had any questions? And I think, guys, I truly believe in it. I think it's great for high school kids, especially because it's easy to teach. You can handle a lot of problems. And you're not tracking stats. The points aren't important. You just go to your gap, okay? And I believe in this play. Like I said, you do need compliments off it, or you're going to run into some problems. Guys, I've had a blast here tonight too. I just want you to know that it's always great. Like seeing Coop. You know, Coop's dad coached for Lawrence way back when I was playing, and we're showing tape video here against Virginia Tech and Virginia and coaching in those games. Shoot, one of the coolest things ever is looking over and playing against Coach Coop at Kai's Field and I mean, that's where it all started. And you guys are so important to those kids. And there's no me, guys, without the high school coaches like you guys. There is no me. Frank Knight, Ken Lindloff, Tommy Hines, there's no me without those guys. And I hope you guys understand how much you mean to these kids. And it's not just your star player. You know, there's no me without, and I had a good family. You know, I had a 2-parent home and supportive parents, but it could be a kid that's the last player on your team that doesn't play much. You may be all that he has, guys. You may be the only thing he has. His only chance in life is you guys, seeing you guys every day. And don't lose sight of that fact. And the coolest thing ever was playing Maine high school football. The 2 state champions. Shoot, you still talking about it today at Oxford Hills, us watering the field. I mean, yeah, sure, we played Virginia. We were kicking Virginia's out. We beat Virginia Tech a couple years ago. My best stories are Waterville Lawrence, Waterville Biddeford, Waterville Oxford Hills. I mean, Coop's dad was a god to me. To this day, I'm looking across the field at guys from Virginia Tech. I was more in awe of Coop's dad than I was some of these guys. I mean, it's just what you guys do not lose sight of the fact how much you affect these kids. Really. It's really special for them. And I know sometimes it gets frustrating and it's a lot of time, but you guys are special, man. And sometimes it's easy to lose sight of that. Really, I mean that. I mean it to this day. The best football time I ever had was 93 and 94 playing in the state championship against Bedford. Unbelievable. Unbelievable stuff, man. And if there's anything I can ever do for you guys, I mean it. Hit me on Twitter. Reach out to me. I'll do anything I can for you guys. I wish I could follow it more. I'm hoping somebody gets Coop off the pedestal, feeling himself a little bit now. Let me go get his ass. Unless I come out of retirement and go come get him. But you guys, don't lose sight of I know it's frustrating right now. Don't lose sight of the fact of how important you are in these kids' lives. I mean it. There's no, and I was easy. There's no me without those guys, without you guys. You got any questions, guys?
I've got a couple.
Appreciate it. If guys have questions, go ahead and shoot them.
Yeah, I think this is great, by the way. We looked at duo at the end of the year last year, and just because I think I can't coach zone, so figured out something I could, and duo looked pretty good. So you guys, I guess, your 2-point versus 3-point stance, what do you – I tried looking at your line. It looked like some tackles were in 3 and the guards were in 2 sometimes, or vice versa.
I am a 2-point stance guy, okay? I play out of a 2-point stance. I don't think your first step – you should be in the same position, whether you're in a 2-point or 3-point stance. You're going to be in the same dang position. I feel like because we were running so much air raid, the guards can see better. You know, they can see things moving. Also, we can adjust our splits on the move. So if we get some type of movement or whatever, we can creep our stuff down or we can move our stuff out. Old school guy, there shouldn't be any freaking difference, whether you're in a 2-point or a 3-point stance. There shouldn't be any difference.
Right.
That's just a philosophical piece. That doesn't have anything to do with the play.
Right. What about when you guys, I know that you generally run this the tight end side. So do you aim for a 3 technique, or do you check it if you have a 1 on that side, or what do you guys do?
No, we don't check it. We just line up and run it. Because if we get an under front, we feel like we can get a double with the tight end tackle and a double with the center guard. Philosophically for me, as I scheme it going into a game, I prefer to run gap scheme, power, duo, to a 3 technique. I want to knock the fucking dog out of the 3 and run it behind that thing, okay? I like running zone to a shade, okay? That's philosophically what I prefer. I hate running old school power, Coach Wilder's play, to under front, because now it turns into a C gap play, and we're telling that back it's A gap to backside A, and I just don't like it. So I like running to a 3 technique, but I will run it to anything.
Great, thank you.
I got a couple for you, Coach. How relatively big or small is your play sheet? I actually watched that game that you were talking about, the big upset of Virginia Tech. And you kind of indicated in your presentation that you were running RPO all day. How many plays do you guys have in your playbook for a certain game like that?
All right. So that game against Virginia Tech, where we threw for 500 yards against Bud Foster, I'm telling you, we may have called 7 different plays the whole game. That's it. Because he's playing man coverage, and we're like, Bud ain't getting out of man. We had 2 NFL wideouts. I'm like, we knew it going, like, they can't cover our guys. So now, to answer your question, though, forget about that game. To answer your question, I've been the offensive coordinator for 11 years. 9 of those 11 years, we were 30-plus points a game. I bet you 9 of those 11 years, my call sheet was minuscule. I bet you the 2 years that we didn't average 30 points a game, my call sheet was huge, and I couldn't find stuff, and we couldn't teach stuff. We'd work on things we wouldn't call in a game. You don't need a big call sheet. If you've been calling plays, you know you're calling this, you're calling this, you're calling this, and you know plays that you've just put in or you've only practiced a little bit. You ain't calling those plays, you know. So I think the better we've been, we averaged 40-something a game one year. I'm saying we didn't even have a freaking call sheet. I mean, it was 8 to 10 plays. But this past year, our call sheet was like freaking Andy Reid's call sheet. Like, God damn, that shit will get you fired. I found out firsthand.
Good stuff. And then in terms of duo in your system, is it indicative that you have a quarterback that's got some wiggle and legs to him, or would you feel comfortable?
That's a great question. If he doesn't have legs to him, if he's more of a pocket guy, then you need to run the RPO, and you have to have a tight end in, okay? Because if you don't have a tight end in and you just read the edge, that edge gets tight. So the Ravens are running that right now. Lamar Jackson makes a lot of shit look really freaking good now, okay, when he's reading that thing. But if you don't have legs, you need somebody on the edge over there, okay? And I would recommend more RPO as opposed to reading the duo.
Cool. And did you say you were from Waterville, Coach?
Yes, sir.
I know Lance Meter and Matt Moran pretty well.
Oh, okay. I grew up with those guys. They were a little older than me, but I grew up with the Meter brothers and playing ball with them. And that's kind of my crew.
I used to live down in Portland, and they literally, both of them own a restaurant there now that were two of my favorites in Portland.
Do they still got the bar going there? What was that bar called?
Well, Lance has Rivalries.
Rivalries, yeah. Yeah, I remember that
second
bar.
Location in Falmouth now, and Matt's got a fairly new restaurant called Nosh Bistro, which is on Congress Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you've never been to Rivalries, right? You never heard of that place?
Yeah, I've been there.
And a quick one for you, Coach Coop. Is your dad Pete Cooper?
Yep, that's my dad.
Awesome, man. I played in Shrine Bowl 1. He was my head coach. One of the best weeks of my entire life. And he was a big part of that, man. So cheers to your dad.
Oh, he's a dude.
That's awesome.
He's a dude.
Best. He's one of my idols.
One of mine, too.
Cool. Anybody else? Any questions for Coach before we shut this down?
I'm good.
That's good. Thanks, Coach. Really appreciate it, man. That was good stuff.
Ryan, great to see
Anything you
man.
guys ever need, reach out. I'm here.
Thanks, brother. You're the best.
Don't be surprised if I'm sleeping on your porch one day.
You know, it's always open. I'll put a sleeping bag out there permanently. Cost me money.